We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Colon, this is like the secret ingredient that enables you to take your diet to the next level. And this enables you it just pulls it right out. It's the colon hydrotherapy is a huge aspect. Becoming clean is a huge aspect, even more than what you eat. Becoming clean is so important in receiving that vibration, the energy that I'm feeling right now, right here, everywhere. It's from being so clean. And the more clean you are, the more you're going to feel this.
And that has become more intense, I imagine. During the certain years you are under a food diet,
yeah,
the
cleaner you become, the more intense that energy is. Now, the reason why I said being clean is the important thing, and not necessarily what you eat. However, what you eat, the worse food that you bring in your body, the more toxins are going to be brought into your body. So therefore, when you are eating all these toxins, even if you're doing the colon hydrotherapy, you're not going to be nearly as clean as you can be, and it's going to this is good. The colon hydrotherapy. The two together is what's key in bringing in that energy. It's cleaning is huge and becoming clean in terms of the energy, but also improving your diet so there's not a constant flow of toxins continually entering your body, preventing you from taking it to the next level.
Are there any major changes that you can kind of remember? I mean, it's certain years, it's very long. You said you have become cleaner and cleaner. You start to get more and more sensitive. You might be even eating less food. You might connect more to the universe.
Sure.
But are there any major pivotal moments that you can remember?
Sure, I can actually break it down into different points.
Wow, yeah.
Okay. Number one was when I first went 100% raw and I started doing colon hydrotherapy at the same time. It was the colonics that blew my mind, because I remember coming out of a colon therapist session is probably like, I don't know, maybe my fourth colonic or something, and I couldn't believe it. As I breathed in, air went like straight to my brain and lungs without any obstruction whatsoever. I was like, oh my god, there was no mucus in my body, in my area. I never experienced that before in my life, and I was like, wow. And I don't want to say this was a spiritual experience, but this was the first thing when I knew I was on the right path. I was like, I felt like I was floating like a bubble or something. I knew I found what I was looking for. I mean, we're all on a journey.
Yeah.
I've always been an extremist. I'm always going all the way. And when I discovered this was what I was looking for. It was crazy. Okay, so the next point happened when I did the psyllium bentonite cleanse, which you know of, where I did the most extreme psyllium bentonite cleanse you can possibly do. You take psyllium and bentonite for 7 days straight, 5 times a day, so what comes out of you 5 times a day is like these huge psyllium bentonite strands. And I did, yeah, so, and you eat no food during that time. And what the purpose of this is, what it does is we have a mucoid plaque in our small intestines, whether you believe it or not. And what this does is it has the potential to scrape that stuff clean. And I was on a raw food diet for 8 months already. I was juicing every day. I was doing colonics a few times a month. And my body was ready for this sort of thing. So when I did this, my colon therapist, his eyes were just like blew out of his head, because you're supposed to do a colonic in the morning and evening of every day, this cleanse. And he just saw masses of mucoid plaque come in, just black stuff. And when I finished that cleanse, something happened to me for the first time. It was my third eye had opened. I would close my eyes, I would see things. Whew.
Wow.
I was just like, I'm in a whole nother world now compared to like the mainstream. This was like totally blew my mind. And I knew something big was happening. So that was the second pivotal moment. So here I was trying to figure out what on earth what was happening. So I went to the bookstore. I started looking up spiritual stuff. books and everything. I started reading through all these different books, and I came across meditation. I learned how to meditate from this man named Osho. He's not like a guru of mine or anything, but just I've read thousands of pages of it, and he taught me how to meditate pretty much. And so meditation, I never meditated in my life. The 100% raw food diet threw me into spirituality. Just first off, meditation just took it to all new levels. So meditation was the next pivotal point because, as you guys know, as I mentioned just a minute ago, I'm an extremist. And I started meditating massively, and then it opened a lot of new doors because you just, I don't even know if I should get into this, certain things like you see energy, you leave your body over and over again, you lucid dream, you become aware when you're in deep sleep, when you go extreme like this. And now like, when I knew the second pivotal moment when I was just like, okay, the mainstream has no idea what's going on with this. Now I've reached this next section where I'm not even going to talk about this because they can't even fathom this sort of thing. So that's the next pivotal moment, experiencing all these amazing things. And then just the next one, I would just say, comes with time. You just grow in your understanding as the years go by more and more. And you can get to that center much quicker. And over the many years of being on a raw food diet over the last 13 years, I've done many experiments with my diet. I usually eat the same kinds of quantities of food every single day. But there have been times where I've taken my diet to eating very small amounts of food. And when I did this, and when I say small amounts of food, I'm just like, 2 small meals a day. You never overeat. Chew your food. It takes an hour to chew, like barely anything. Just eating the way we're meant to eat. And the energy downpour that was coming into me during those times, I mean, you're just really connected. Food and keeping clean, both those together, it's legit. It's the truth. That's what it is. And at some point in the future, I'm going to make my permanent diet of eating very small amounts of food. But that's not happening right now. I mean, you might all think that my diet is less eating than what you eat, but it's going to be quite different.
Quite different?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.